Hello everybody, welcome back. So today I'm going to be doing this really nice soft cut crease glam glitter look, so I hope you guys like it. I've already primed my eyes, and so for this tutorial I'm going to be using the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, which has been my obsession recently. So first I'm going in with the shade all the way in the upper left with my MAC 242 brush, and I'm going to go ahead and apply this down as my brow bone highlight. I'm going to press this in right underneath my brow. I always love to do my brow bone highlight first, so I'm pressing it in, and then as you will see me do in a second, I'm going to go ahead and take the shadow and then start to blend this into the rest of my eye look, just bringing the shadow down with that same brush with no additional product on it, just taking the excess product that's on the brush as well as the product on my brows. Then I'm going in with the shade Burnt Orange on this Sigma E40 brush, which is a big fluffy brush. I'm taking very little amount of product because this is our transition shade, so I want it to be really nice and blended. I am going to bring the transition shade up a little bit higher than I normally do because we are doing a cut crease, so I want this transition shade to be seen, and being that the cut crease is going to be put up higher than normally in our regular crease, which I will give you a step-by-step of how I do my cut crease. I usually like to make the transition shade up a little bit higher so later on everything is nice and blended together. After that, I'm then going to go in with the shade Red Ochre on my Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm going to go ahead and start to put this right into my regular crease, and this is where I'm going to go back and forth, going from inner corner to outer corner, as well as starting to blend it up. Again, being that we are doing a cut crease and I want this color to be seen, that's why I'm going to start to blend it up a little bit higher than I normally would when it comes to putting a color in my regular socket of my eye. So again, going back and forth and blending it out. I am kind of flicking it up a little bit at the outer corner because you want the cut crease. I'm kind of doing them separate from the wing, if you know what I mean, doing a cut crease line and then the winged liner. I don't want them to touch at all, so that's why I'm kind of winging out the end of my shadow at the end of my eye, at the outer corner of my eye. And then going back with my big fluffy brush, I'm going to blend it out. And then going back with my E25, I'm going to take more Red Ochre, and then I'm just going to keep going back and forth between Red Ochre with my E25 and my E40 and just keep blending them out. I'm going to keep going back till I get this color to my liking. Now to go ahead and do our cut crease, I'm taking the brown from the palette in the upper right with this angled brush from Sephora. Your Sigma E65 would be the same exact thing. Mine were all dirty, unfortunately, except for the one I'm using for my gel liner, but anyway, this one was fine. So to give you guys a tip of how to create your cut crease, you want to go ahead, look straight ahead into your mirror and create a line right above your natural crease in your eye. If you do the cut crease right in your regular crease, it's not going to be seen when you look ahead at somebody. Just to create that line right above your natural crease, you want to also don't wrinkle your forehead that much. Just look straight ahead into your mirror, and that will give you the line that you need right above your natural crease, if that makes sense. So as you can see, I'm just going right above my regular crease and creating a line. As you'll see in a second too, it doesn't have to be a perfect line because we are going to go in and blend it out, and then we are going to cut the crease even more later. So just creating a line as you see me doing here right above the crease, kind of flicking it out at the outer corner and bringing it all the way to the inner corner. I'm going back and just making sure that it is a thicker line. You don't want it to be too thin, but I did make it a thicker line because we are going to start to blend it out in a second. So my tip, this is the best brush for when it comes to doing cut creases. This is the Sigma E, it is right here, the E45. It's a small tapered brush because as you can see, the end is tapered, so it gets right into that crease line, and it's just the perfect brush for doing cut creases. So I'm going back in with that brown, and I'm just going to start to slowly blend this color out, and then going back with my regular blending brush and just blending it out. Again, we are going to cut the crease even more, so don't worry about making it too messy because like I said, we are going to cut it even more later, but I just want to go back and just really blend this out. You don't want it to be too blended, I guess, because You want the cut crease to be seen, but I did want this to be a really nice soft cut crease. So that's why I'm going back and forth between these two brushes and really blending out the line, but then also making it more defined, if that makes sense. And now we're going to go ahead and cut the crease even more. So going in with the shade Primavera, and I'm taking my MAC 242 brush that I used before, and I'm going to go ahead and put this all over the lid. And then as you will see me doing here, I'm going to go ahead and slide this color right across my cut crease and cut it even more. That's why I said before, it doesn't matter if your cut crease isn't as precise, because I am going to go in with this eyeshadow and cut the crease even more, and then we will be adding glitter on top to make the cut crease even more cut and defined. So just going in and cutting both eyes, as you see me doing here with this shade. This is a really beautiful color, probably one of my favorites in the palette, especially for a lid shade. As you can see, it's so beautiful. It's a really gorgeous color. And then now we're going to go in and put the glitter. So I'm going in with my e.l.f. glitter glue first and applying this right on top of the lid. And then for glitter today, I'm using this one by OCC Cosmetics, and it is in the shade Beige. I'm first going to go in with my glitter glue and patting it all over the lid. You don't want to swipe it because you're going to take all the shadow off. Make sure you pat all over the lid, and then going in with our glitter. So I'm first going to go ahead and press it all over the lid, and then again when I get to that cut crease, I'm going to really make sure that I get that glitter right along that line to cut the crease even more. So I'm just going to go ahead and pat the glitter all over. If you do have fallout, don't worry about it. We will clean it up later on, but just go ahead and pat that glitter all over the lid. So like I said, you will have fallout from this glitter, so I'm going to go in with Scotch tape, which is probably the best way to take off glitter from your face. I'm just going to go ahead and press it into my face all over to get all that excess glitter off that fell all over the face, because we of course don't want that mixed in with our foundation. This is another reason why I always love to do my eyes first, because especially with using glitters and things like that, it would fall all over my foundation. So that's why I love to do the eyes first, and then we'll do the face second as always. So then I'm going to go ahead and do my winged liner. I'm using my E65 brush from Sigma and my Inglot gel liner in number 77. I'm going to go ahead and do my winged liner like always, but because this is a cut crease, I don't want the wing to touch that cut crease as you see me doing here. So I am making sure that there's a gap between my winged liner and the cut crease line above. So again, just do the wing liner like you usually do. It will take a little bit longer like usual because of the fact that the glitter does mix in with the gel liner, so you're gonna have to keep going back and forth to make sure you get it as black as you want it. And then doing the winged liner, I got more fallout, so taking more Scotch tape, I'm pressing it into my skin and taking all of it off. Then applying a coat of mascara. This is my Galactic Mink Black Mascara. I'm just going to go ahead and apply a coat of that to prep for falsies. And then for false lashes today, I'm just going to go in with my really simple Ardell Wispy Lashes, which are one of my favorites because I did so much work, I didn't want to cover up anything on the eyes. I did my face off camera. I will leave all the products in the description bar below for you guys. But to do my blush, I'm using the Becca Split Pan, and this is the one that is Amaretto and Prosecco Pop. So first, I'm going in with Amaretto on this Sigma fluffy brush. This is the Duo Fiber blush brush. I'm going to go ahead and apply this all over the cheeks. I really just wanted to have kind of a simple neutral almond colored blush, being that I wanted the eyes to be the main focus of this look. So then for highlight, I'm going into my Sigma F03 brush, and I'm taking Prosecco Pop and putting it as my highlight on the cheekbones. This is such a gorgeous highlight. I'm sure you guys have seen it everywhere. It is one of my favorite new highlights. And then of course, to make it even more intense, I'm going in with my regular Champagne Pop by Becca as well, and just applying that right on top of Prosecco Pop. You guys know me, I love my highlight to be seen from outer space. So of course I needed to put Champagne Pop on top, like you have to, YOLO people. So then I'm gonna go ahead and take the Becca Slim Light This is in the shade Champagne Pop as well. I'm just going to add a little bit of this to the arch of the brow just to add a little bit of shimmer up there. And then I'm also going to apply this to the inner corners of my eyes. I believe I do that right now. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember. I think I do it later on. Anyway, so then I'm going to go ahead and apply this as well to my Cupid's bow. And as you will see, it gives such, like, look how gorgeous that looks on the Cupid's bow. It's so... oh my god, I love it. Anyway, going back and finishing the eyes, I'm taking my flat definer brush by Sigma and I'm taking the red ochre shade. I'm going to go ahead and apply this right along the lower lash line. I'm pretty much going to do the same thing that I did on the upper lid, putting red ochre down, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with burnt orange in the palette as well. And then going back into the palette, I'm taking the brown and I'm going to take that same flat definer brush I used before, and I'm applying the brown as close to my waterline as I possibly can. I of course wanted the red ochre and everything to be seen, like I said, pretty much like I did on the upper lid. So I'm applying this brown as close to the lower lash line as I possibly can, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend it out with my brush again. So as you can see, I was a little ahead of the game, but I'm going back in with my Slim Light, the Champagne Pop one by Becca. I'm going to go ahead and apply this as my inner corner highlight. I really love these Slim Lights. This was my second time using them, and they are definitely going to be used a lot. So for eyeliner, I'm going in with my Tarte Skinny Smolder Eyeliner in Onyx. I'm going to go ahead and apply this right into the waterline. You guys know this is my favorite eyeliner. It's the blackest liner that I have, and it stays in my waterline all day. I absolutely love it. I pretty much use it in every single one of my tutorials. And then to finish up the eyes, I'm going in with my same Galactic Mascara and applying a coat of that to the lower lashes. And once those lashes are coated, then you are done with the eyes. Now to finish with the lips, I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat Lip Liner, and this is in the shade Iconic Nude. Definitely my favorite nude liner of all time, so I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with that. And then after that, I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury lipstick, and this is in the shade Nude Kate. I really just wanted the lips to be simple. I wanted them to go with the eyeshadow colors, of course, but as always, I wanted the main focus of this whole look to be on the eye. So that's why I'm going with a very, very nude lip, as you guys saw in the beginning of this tutorial. So then after the lipstick is on, for lip gloss, I'm going in with NARS Gold Digger, which is again one of my favorite lip glosses. Just applying a really thin coat of that to the lips. And then I realized I had one product that I really, really wanted to use. This is Jouer Cosmetics Skinny Dip. This is their lip topper. I'm just adding a little bit of this to the center of the lips to give a little bit of a glow and highlight to the center. So after you have that down, then your look is complete. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.